Okay. Ooh, dearie me. Options. I should have got something to drink before I went live. But fuck it. Fuck it. I've got anything that I could drink in an emergency. No, I didn't think so. Fuck it. Oh well. I'll die on stream. Committed to playing this game. Okay, so last time, what did we do last time? Oh yeah, I did some stuff off stream after the last stream. Did the monster quest. I did part of this quest. But I need to finish it, and I don't think I can finish it until I do certain things. Because I tried to get to one of the locations where I know that there's like a fishing spot, but I can't get to it because the story needs to progress for me to get access to it. So, oh yeah, I need to head off to Estelle's house, because she mentioned that last time. The Bright family home. Haven't been here since, I'd say the prologue, just before the prologue actually, where we were sort of like in the midst of post Trails in the Sky one. Just making sure that my mic isn't muted. You head on up to the rooms upstairs. So is this actually... Because I didn't know whether this was a main part of the story or whether it was just sort of a side thing. Because it doesn't mark it in the... Well, it does mark it in the book, but it doesn't mark it as one of the locations to visit. Nice. How much of that is because we're out of fog there? You know, every corner. Because she's... I suppose she would come to Cassius's house, being one of his apprentices. Moen's the first one here. Moen is the first one here. I can always count on Moen. I've only just started. I'll wait for people to trickle in, but... There was a couple people, because I did a stream earlier on today. There was a couple people for that. Giovanni, Toshi popped up at the end. Phil appeared and then left because of JRPG. Tanya was there. Sinbad was there as well. There were a couple people there earlier on today, and they knew I was streaming now, because I sort of do 2 streams now. She strode into our tents with purpose. Oh shit! Sherazade flashback. But last stream, and the VoD's up on YouTube already, but last stream we got to play as Joshua briefly. Joshua with the Sky Bandits. And he fought against Vander, who is the dude who used to keep on babysitting Olivia in the first game and bits of this game. So he actually fought against him. He was level 72, Joshua was. So I think that might be the cap, or at least the kind of end game level for this one. Oh shit, is that's Cassius and Estelle's mum. That's the day I met Cassius and Lena, yeah. Yeah, Lena is Estelle's late mother. That flashback in the first game of Estelle's, where she's talking about the fact that her mother saved her life, because it was during the 100-year war, 100-day war, whatever it was, and she was up in the clock tower, and the clock tower got hit by a stray mortar shot, or stray artillery. And so a mum huddled over her body to protect her. Took 10 minutes just for Phil to turn up when I streamed on you. I would have been there. But I had to sleep because I did a stream earlier today, and then I was uploading a bunch of stuff, and then I felt tired, so I took a little sleep, and by the time I'd woken up, your stream had ended. So, but I definitely watched the VoD of it. Funnily enough, I was talking with Giovanni in the last stream. We were talking about Final Fantasy, and he was talking about FF7 being his first experience. We were just sort of talking about, because Tanya was wanting to play them, and I was sort of advising her like all this stuff, and Giovanni was sort of chipping in as well. So we were sort of talking about that. That reminds me, was Joshua here in those days? Joshua came to live with us 3 years after all that. Okay. During your junior brace tour. I wandered liberal, spreading goodwill and flowers as a bracer does, and returned home to find a boy I'd never seen living with Cassius and Estelle. Gotta bring our boy home. Gotta bring our boy home. Can we look in any of the rooms in the house? Will it trigger anything? She can rest. Okay, I don't think there's anything. But I feel like, because now I'm streaming Trails twice on a Trails day rather than just once, I feel like I've made like a shit ton of progress. Like, a huge amount of progress. Which is good. Like, I feel like I'm making significant sort of leeway. Like, I'm already well into chapter 4, which has got us back in Rolent, which is nice. Sort of like a full circle kind of thing. Nice. This is for a side quest. I've got to find all these fishing places for the fishing guild. So I've got to fish at each of these sort of places. Okay, what now? What now? House was the same as always. That fishing, yeah. I do... there is just like a slight gripe I have with the fishing, in that it's not very mechanically mechanical heavy. It's very just sort of like you've got to press a button when the prompt appears, and that's about it. I do wish it was a little bit more involved, but I can only assume it gets more involved in later games. Like, this was very early sort of for the franchise, I guess. I need to get to the last. That fog, that Ouroboros fog, using them black ornaments. Legend. Giovanni knows. Moen and Giovanni, the first people here. I know Tanya might not be here. She's been saying lately that this time she just hasn't got the energy anymore. So Tanya's probably not going to be here. But where's Phil? Where's Sinbad? Where are all these people? And the fog goes all the way to 140 cells. But Giovanni fucking knows. I don't care if no one turns up to these streams. I'm committed to playing each of these games on stream. For my sake. There's Phil. Now people are trickling. Let me guess. The announcement was made on Discord. The announcement was made on Discord. Finally. So all the Discord peeps are popping in. Trickling on in. Baker the baby maker. Baker the baby maker. I like that. I mean, if I'm a maker of too many babies, I think I'll have a heart attack. But the odd one or two will do. Baker the baby maker. Yeah, it rolls off the tongue. Baker the baby maker. Yeah, actually it is. Actually, it's actually pretty good, Phil. I'm a genius. Well, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's. You're currently at a 9. Let's dial it down to a 5. Thank you all for coming here this evening to tune into this wondrous occasion. I wonder if we're not got. We have a clear picture of how far the fog extends now. Nice. Progression. I wonder what this fog's gonna end up doing. Like, we had the first one. We had who was it? Fuck, who was the first one? Oh my god, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what the first. Oh yeah, Blue Blanc. We had Blue Blanc. His, I think, was trying to terrify the locals, the politics that was going on. Then we had Walter, who was draining to gain power. Then we had Ren and her puppets. To be honest, actually, each of them seemed to be doing things that they were interested in, rather than things that would probably benefit the organisation. I arrive and Moen disappears. Moen, don't be slinking and sliding. Don't become Yvette Mark II. Don't hop in and hop out. My spotlights are currently on, and they're watching each and every one of you. If you make the slightest movement, I'll know about it. I'm here waiting on food for the stream. Nice. See, I would hop on voice. The issue is, for these streams, when I hop on voice, loads of people end up coming on, and then it becomes a bit of a clusterfuck. Like, I feel that one of the things is, it's nice to have a bunch of people on voice when we're not streaming, but it becomes difficult when there's so many people on a voice chat on a stream. Sometimes it becomes very like all over the place. Everyone tries to talk, and then some people don't feel that they're able to talk enough, so then they play. So it's like, I think for trail streams I might just not be on voice. Maybe. I feel it kind of works better as well. It works better when I'm just able to sit here and stream and talk. Like, usually, if it was just me and Moen, that sometimes works. But usually, when someone comes in that's so high energy, and after they leave, everything just everything plummets. So when MCAS joins, MCAS is very high energy, right? And then MCAS leaves, the energy levels just dip really quickly. So if I'm the only one talking, at least then I can keep my energy levels somewhat consistent. Planning the last 2 remake or FF7 remake video called Podcast Only with Yvette and Zenith, where other people appear on cam, make it look conversational. Yeah, I mean, I would join one, but I just don't have a video camera. I don't know when I'll be able to get one, because next month I've got both of my parents' birthdays, which I'm sort of getting money for, so. But yeah, you're right, like, usually it's better with video camera and stuff. I mean, you don't have to watch it. I don't think he's gonna spoil in the title or in the thing. I mean, I already know enough. Like, I feel with what I know about the game, but I'm probably not gonna end up getting it, because it just falls into a place where it's kind of like. Oh, Mayor Klaus. It kind of falls into a place where my mum and dad's birthday is like one after the other. And I already know too much about the story, so I'm sort of like, like, do I really care anymore to get it? Like, maybe I'll just play the Control DLC. I feel anyone who's looked at the spoilers for Last of Us 2, it's not even their fault. I feel entirely the blame for the leak falls entirely on Naughty Dog. It's their fucking fault. No, we're not going to talk about it, but I'm just saying, like, it is entirely their fault that people looked into the spoilers. Don't keep on cock teasing people. Don't keep on giving people release dates and then not meeting those release dates and then saying, oh, now we're indefinitely on hiatus. What do you think people are going to do when they know that there's leaks for the game? It's Naughty Dog's fucking fault. They were brain dead when they decided that indefinite hiatus thing. They were fucking brain dead. To be honest, I'm not saying that they deserve the leak, but they kinda deserve the leak. Nah, Moen's not gonna... Phil, stop panicking. Moen is not like that. He will not post anything spoilery in the title or in the thumbnail. So people are falling asleep. So, from what I've been seeing, people are falling asleep randomly because of this fog. This fog over Rolent. It's kind of a shock. The traditional church remedies for awakening the sleeping aren't working. It's more like Adios preserve us, but it's like the souls are trapped by something. Yeah, the fog. Probably the fog. Would they? I mean, she does have big tits. Nah, like... It's not that bad, Phil. It's not that bad. The only time that it's actually explicitly bad is when she does an S-break and the camera's specifically, and they did it on purpose, where it zooms into the boobs. Like, it... I still got the anime Kaiba on my mind. In fact, 8.5, I still adore it. That Kaiba. I've actually been catching up on Moen's Princess Tutu reactions. Because I thought, like, sometimes I manage to watch the first part of a reaction to what Moen's reacting to, and then I kind of get lost behind. Like, Moen does a couple 2-part reactions, and I just don't have the time to do those, to watch them, like, there and then. And then he'll upload another one, and then I kind of, you know, struggle to keep up sometimes. So I've been catching up on those lately. Very interesting anime, that. Very interesting. I've got up to what? Episode 4, I think. It's up there with the Tatami Galaxy as my favourite works. I assume you're talking about Kaiba. I think the quest opens up now. Oh shit, there we go. Search for lost cat. Be waiting at the Hotel Rolent. Because that fishing quest I can't finish till I reach a certain point. I only have one more fishing place, I think, to go to before I can complete the quest. We're looking for a cat. We're looking for Noir. Noir's gone off somewhere. He's got to go find him. Lost a cat. You know what the problem is, Baker? Moon, would you put Avatar in your top 26 animated shows? For me, I would probably say... probably animated shows. In terms of animated shows, I think it's up there, yeah. Bat Nation on mute, probably. Well, Yvette was messing around with the bot, and it worked. It did work. But I guess it just doesn't tag people, which is the issue. The old one did, but Yvette changed it to a new one, I think. Yeah, if someone wants to tag on the Now Live section, we really just need a bot that just tags. We shouldn't have to do it ourselves. Like... Well, here's the thing. I don't know what happens, but the bots just stop working. The bots just stop fucking working. And I don't know how the bots work. Like, I don't know even the slightest clue about how to do any of the bots for Discord. So I have to ask Yvette, and Yvette's not always around. Like, sometimes she's not even on Discord that much. I mean, recently she's not even been on Discord that much. She's sort of been taking a break, right? But... Search for lost cat. The client said the cat was seen by an engineer at the landing port. We should start there. Okay, landing port. The landing port. Okay. Looking for an engineer. I'm looking for sailors. Is this dude? Anime complicates things with Avatar. Avatar would be top 3, but with anime, it would be top 20. If you can watch Baker playing a JRPG, then you can definitely jump as well. Good one. Yeah, I feel for Phil. Introduce Phil with FMAB, and then show him stuff like Monster. Because I feel like FMAB is what Phil is into, like that kind of sense of adventure, but with like a purpose. Yeah, FMAB is a gateway show. So what did he say? Apparently February didn't see the cat. We should ask Skip over at the warehouse about it next. Okay. Skip. Oh, this dude. It's probably Skip. I'm going to need to get everything set up. But we might as well be underwater the way things are. Nah, like... I would even say that I'm not a weeb. I just like some animes. Like, I feel what it is that anime has such a stigma to it. Like, it has such a thing that pushes people away. Like, people go, oh, if you watch anime, you know, you like kiddie porn, or you like this. But, like, it's not really the case. It's just, you have to find the right things. It's basically, what it is it's basically Western animation, but Eastern animation, done by Japan. And there's just different things about it. Like, there's no, like, not all anime is about underage girls being sexualized or tits everywhere. Like, FMAB, you'll like. It's very, it mixes comedy with seriousness, with like a really interesting world, really interesting characters, great motivations, and great sort of goals and reasons why people are doing what they're doing. It's not that's the thing, Phil. That is usually majority of shitty shonen. Is you'll get this moaning and huffing and puffing, like like people fighting and powering up and all this other bullshit. Like, FMA, like, I suppose if you watch, like, FMA be dubbed, there's not really much of that. There's grunting and groaning. Quint apparently spotted it, so we should talk to him next. Quint? Who the fuck is Quint? I missed the text dialogue because I was talking. Quint, who the fuck is this bellend? Try asking Quint the helmsman about the cat. He just went off to get dinner. Okay, so he went off to get dinner. He's probably in the bar or something. Quint, he's probably wearing an orange outfit or something. There he is. This has got to be him. Oh no, Zozimov. Oh, that might be him. That looks like a helmsman. I doubt he went back to the ship. He's probably out killing... Oh, he's fucking somewhere in the town. I've got to find him. Got to search the town for this bellend. Why can't you just stay in one place? So I know where you are. Is he in the clock tower, maybe? I guess not. Where would he be? Is he... Where the fuck would I find this? Like, that looks like a helmsman, that dude sat there. As someone's sleeping, that will push the story along. I don't really want to do that just yet. Like, where is this prick? Is he in maybe one of the shops? Maybe? Nope. Oh my god, where is this guy gonna be, man? He's gotta be in one of these shops, I reckon. Who's this? Okay, this must be him. Quint. Can I help you? Can I help you? I've been thinking about replaying Days Gone and streaming that second playthrough. Hey, Phil, you don't need to ask me if you want to stream something. If you go, I've been thinking about it, do it. Just do it. Like, don't ask other people. I don't care. Like, you could play a game that I absolutely fucking despise. That's fine. Like, play what you want to play, stream what you want to stream. Just do it. That's what I say. Just, people, if you want to do something, just do it. As long as it's TOS. As long as it follows the TOS. As long as you're not streaming porn or whatever, getting the account banned. Just do whatever you want to do. Because I'm streaming all of these games. I've said this on the stream. I don't care if everyone hates these games. Or I don't care if people want me to stop playing. I'm going to play every single one of these games. And I'm committed to doing it. So, if people are free to do the same. He's the one who really saw the characters. So, we basically just being sent on a wild goose chase here. He said he saw it. She said he's like Zozimov. What the fuck is Zozimov? Sounds like Beasley Bub. Where's Zozimov, man? Fabri. I think Zozimov should be around here somewhere. Should be around here somewhere. For fuck's sake. Monster is such a damn good anime, so what if I like Cowboy Bebop? Monster still remains in my top 10. Monster is in my Elite 4. Yeah, Monster is very good. Monster is a very good anime. I just feel that before you get introduced to stuff like Monster, it's best to... Oh shit, what's this way? It's best to sort of take a gateway. It's like... I don't know... I don't know whether to use this certain terminology, but saying like... You know... It's sort of like taking drugs. You don't go for the hard shit right away. You sort of ease yourself in. Where is this bloody Zosimov dude? Actually, was he one of the people in the bar, maybe? I think it was... Oh, he's fucked off. Are you fucking serious, man? For fuck's sake, just stay in the bar. Like, I don't know where the fuck to find this Zosimov dude. Zosimov. He said he was around here somewhere. Oh! Is he taking a piss? Was this dude taking a piss by the tree? I think he was. Ahsoka Tano Disney Plus series rumored with... Okay. Interesting, yeah. Like, I hope they really go full in with making series like The Mandalorian for Disney Plus. Star Wars, I think that's the future for Star Wars. I think that is definitely the future. Like, they got the Kenobi series, the rumored Ahsoka. You know what? I would love for the Boba Fett movie to be made into a series. You could make that into a series, I feel. If the movie is just keeps on repeatedly collapsing, just restart it again as a series. Like, follow his story post episode 2. Like, follow his sort of ascension. Be interesting. Or make it canon that he survives the thing. Because he's like one of the most hyped up characters in the Star Wars universe, and yet he like dies in such a pathetic way. I can't believe it. Just that dude was legit taking a piss. I saw him in the bar. He was obviously drinking. Oh, you're missing something. I wonder if he's got his dick out. They're all looking at his dick, just sort of hanging out of his pants. I hear my cat chirping. Fun you should say that, Giovanni. We're looking for a cat right now. They can do a smart move now and feature characters from this Disney Plus universe in multiple shows. They could feature Ahsoka. Yeah, they can do tons of crossovers with these live action shows. Like, tons. They can do some... They could even do, like, more. They could do more live action stuff. That would be fucking dope. See more of kind of choreography. Like, cool Sith choreography. Could have named him Vivi. What, after FF9? Yeah, I like Noir. Noir's a good name. It fits him. Like Black Cat, calling it Noir. The cat's on the line, and we better check the ship. It's on the fucking ship. My God, man. Yeah, Noir is perfect for. Like, I really like Noir. That's a really good name for a cat. This cat seems as mischievous as Noir, sending us on a wild goose chase. Oh, for fuck, just let us on, man. We'll be like 10 minutes. Oh, Sherazad's gonna flash her tits. Here we go, she's gonna flirt with a dude. Make his dick rock hard. What happens if it ruins the seats? Oh my days, man. making his trousers turn into a tent. Using using your assets like a weapon. That is so something. Well, that's one's attractiveness can be used in martial arts of sorts, I suppose. Do you have an understanding? Oh, dearie me. Yeah, like, Elon Musk is so pretentious, man. I get it, you're a smart dude, but sometimes you just need to be self-aware and realize that you're smart, but you're not, like, an absolute genius at everything. Bloody Elon Musk. Let's find this cat. Nah, Sherazade is not PG-13. She's definitely not PG-13. But she's comes from a background, right, where she was a dancer. She was in a dancers troupe. So I suppose they were used to, like, being up on stage and flirting with the boys, the soldiers off on leave or whatever. Because that's what they used to do in, like, World War II and stuff. Like, soldiers on leave would go to the local dancing clubs where the women were, like, in barely anything. So now we gotta find a cat. Oh, here we go. Oh shit, there he is. See this cat? Oh, look, there it is. This must be our cat. Oh. We end up walking all over the place thanks to you. Oh shit! It's our kittens. Oh damn! Oh, look at that. Kittens. Must be why yeah. Or go somewhere secluded and quiet and hidden. Ah. Now here's the difficult part. You've got to sell those kittens. But I suppose in this world someone would buy them. Like, no one, when a cat or a dog gives birth, no one raises all of those cats. Like, no one keeps all of them. Like, it's just, you'd be mad to do that. Master beads. It's very calming. So I guess that it probably gives me immunity to a debuff. Ah. There we go. That's the side quest done. I think that's it. I think that's it for now. So I think I can push the main story on a bit more. Nice. Go hand that in, get the money. Because the important thing is, if I get BP and, like, rank up, it'll allow me to get more money from bracer jobs, which is good for buying, like, items at the start of a chapter, like weapons or. So what have we got? We've got to Lita Maid at the Mayoral Manor, Tabitha at the bar, Luke at Ashton's house, and Rayford near the West Gate. I think I remember seeing one person in the bar upstairs asleep, so let's head here. Nice. When did you get back from training? Father Divine, there's nothing. Yeah, she's not ill. It's probably to do with the fog. Like, I'm no Sherlock Holmes or anything, but like maybe it's something to do with the fog that's recently appeared in Rolent, the one that forced us to land. Like the chairs. So I tried talking to her, shaking her, but she wouldn't wake up. Yeah, she probably thinks maybe she died or something. Don't worry, we'll sort the shit out. Is a Mixer sub the same as a Twitch sub, basically? I guess so. I guess it'd be the same. I mean, I don't know the specifics of Twitch and Mixer in terms of their sort of... He gifted me a sub in Rojo's stream. To who? What, to Rojo? He gifted you a Rojo sub? There's some Yuri action going on here. Nah, she just her mum's thinks her mum's dead or something. So they're comforting. But hey, you know what? That's how it begins. That's how it begins. Gift you a Rojo, but have you ever been in Rojo's stream? I don't think you've ever been in there. Like, I haven't been in Rojo's stream in ages. He just didn't stream anything that I was interested in. Yvette said in her server that Rojo's streaming Conan and she would play with him, so I have the stream open to see what's up. Oh, okay, I see. So you're in his stream, but yeah, okay, I see. I mean, I did go into his stream. I have been in there a couple times. Like, I know him slightly, and he knows me a bit, I guess. But he just didn't stream. He didn't stream any sort of content that I was interested in. What are they streaming right now? It is what it is. I'm not gonna go on about it. But that's all I'll say. Okay, let's speak to her. This is my first... yeah, well, I guess you can use Rojo emotes or whatever now, whatever that means, being subbed to Rojo. I don't even know what being a sub means on Mixer. I don't know if it means anything. Whatever that's worth in this fog. So, okay, I guess you can use emotes and stuff. Yeah. Mixer trying so hard. They're trying so hard, bless them. It's like watching... Like, I know might be a little bit... Actually, no, I'm not going to say it, man. I might get banned if I say... if I word it like that. I'm just going to say it's like... It's like watching certain sports. You know? It's like watching certain sports. I'll leave it at that. If you guys know me or understand what I'm talking about, I'm winking here. But that's what I'd liken it to. Mixer trying to copy Twitch is a bit like certain sports. And I'll refrain from saying anything more in case I get banned. I'm not gonna say it, because I know for a fact I probably would end up getting banned. Especially if you've seen this new council thing. Have you seen this new council thing for Twitch? I have even bigger chance of getting banned. Does Mo know what I'm... Does Mo know what I'm trying to hint at here? I'm trying to wink as hard as I possibly can. A certain type of sports that is not like the normal sports. That is what Mixer's like to Twitch. I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just leave it at that. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. No, but hey, I'm allowed to criticize it, and like I'm not saying that then it's not allowed to happen. I'm just saying like there is a difference. There is a difference. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh. It just makes it worse. Look at Ashton's house near the West Gate. Oh yeah. Okay, it's probably this house. Oh boy. Yes, like that one South Park episode with Cartman, where he tries to join a specific event by pretending to be a specific thing. It's like, I'm not saying like you're trying to make it sound like it's really bad. It's not that bad. It's just with everything that's going on Twitch right now, I'm likely to get banned for actually explicitly saying it. I'm not waking him up. Luke fell asleep. So what you having, Moen? Your food's arrived. What you eating? What's on the menu today? Them TAs. Yeah. Twitch has got this new council thing. They basically brought a bunch of streamers onto a sort of council thing or whatever that is about like Twitch policies and all this stuff, and there's one specific person on that council who's, for all intent, to just put it in the bluntest of terms, not a PR disaster, basically. So he came up and found us just when I was trying to figure out what to do. Working in the fog wasn't causing any problems. Hear anything strange except the white of the fog? Yeah. So creepy fog aside, nothing really suspicious. You should try one from Germany. What a doner. I take it chips that you are having are what I... Yeah, we call them chips here, you call them fries. You call... you call like potato chips or whatever, what we call crisps. Those packets of like kind of little potato snacks. Just over confuses things. Like having 6 different names for one thing. Like America speaks English, the language we invented. You don't gotta be like a diva and start changing the names of America. You can have the same names as us. You can call a holiday what you call a vacation. You can call it a holiday. You can call, call the same things as we call them. I'd never understood that. Near the Radford, near the West Gate. But I was just there. Here, maybe? Oh, here. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's weird. You call it fish and chips. You call that fish and chips, but you don't call the actual chips. I don't understand America. I don't fucking understand America. Like, they have to call their processed cheese American cheese. Why? We don't have British cheese. Something called British cheese. We have cheddar. We have, we have all these different other types of cheeses that are British, but we don't call them British cheese. It's just so weird, though. Like, fish, yeah, imagine calling it fish and fries. That wouldn't sound as good. But it's like America half doing it, but at the same time they can't be bothered to do go the entire way, Father-in-law unconscious. It's the fog. Yeah, aside from that, ignore the fact that this fog that randomly appeared in Rolent just turned up out of the blue. Ignore that as probably the likely culprit. I mean, I suppose the reason why they're not calling it the culprit is that they're simply assuming that the fog is of natural causes, because there's like a bunch of mountains and things, and caves. They're just assuming that it's nature. If it's not the fog, I'll be surprised. If the fog is a red herring, I'll actually legit be shocked. It just feels like they've made such a big deal about the fog, and they're also trying to make it seem like it's not the fog, but it's probably the fog. Spoilers. Yes, yeah. Someone left the stove on. I want to poke around some more. I think we're ready. Yeah, I think we're ready. Because I did the side quest that opens up now. This means that those closely affected is particularly interesting. Maybe the fog is Cassius up on a hot tub somewhere, just chilling. That Aina. What was the common feature? What was the common feature? The time it happened? I think it was the time it happened, right? Because I think all of them said it was 5 p.m. or something. I think. Was it the time it happened? It wasn't the sound they heard, because they all heard different sounds. I should have paid more attention. I was too busy talking. Can't fucking keep my mouth closed for too long. Was it the time it happened? I'm not even mad that Brits have better rock music than us Americans. I've not seen several rock groups in the US that are bad, but still could produce a finer rock is the UK. The UK used to be something that I'd be proud to be a part of. in recent years, not so much. Time happened. All that masculine perspiration, yeah. You just need the Silent Hills. Yeah, this is the Trails version of Silent Hills. Yeah, I grew up listening to the Beatles because my dad used to be a big fan of the Beatles. He had a lot of records, so he used to play it a lot. Very anti-American. Eh? What do you mean, very anti-American? I don't know what you mean by that. Time it happened, no witnesses. It's one of these two. Try to target by his toe. If it hollows, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Fuck it. Oh, okay. It was the right one. Kaiser cares for America. I think he just doesn't. He thinks majority of the populace is stupid, which is true. Like, he cares about America as much as a pure-blood American would. But Kaiser's not stupid. So when he sees a majority of people being stupid, like, yeah, he is technically American. He's got American citizenship. Like, he's got dual citizenship for America and the UK. But I think, as someone who wasn't born an American, he's capable of probably having that outsider perspective of America. You know, he was born and brought up in Britain, right? So he's seen how Brits think and work. And then when he moves over to America, it's like an entirely new kind of perspective. It's not dual heritage. It's like he just, like, he lives in America and he's got citizenship in America. Like, his parents are from Britain. Like the Midlands, I think, wasn't it? Somewhere around there. Do you remember what happened at the place the woman was seen? What happened at the place the woman appeared? I don't fucking know. I am a fucking Scooby-Doo. What happened at the place the woman appeared? I can't remember. I kind of missed out on some of the testimonies. God, fuck's sake. I mean, this is probably going to end up being a random guess. I'm going to say it's probably not the middle one. I'm just going to benefit of doubt this. It's probably not the middle one because that was the last one. It's either the top or bottom one. I remember asking Kaiser back in the day if he had to move to America because of terror charges. Luke collapsed. Tabitha collapsed. No, Kaiser's not a bad person. I think I don't know why people assume that. Fuck it. Oh shit, got it right. Nah, I just think... I think Kaiser's just got very blunt Britishisms. He's not a bad person. Like, some people think of him that way, and I'm like, nah. Kaiser's a good dude. It's just because it's similar to how a lot of, like, you know, people on the vets community don't like us because we're too blunt and such. It's just British people. I think certain Americans just don't get on with British people just because they're so blunt and rough at times. Yeah, That's a very good way of... Well, he's like comedian, but without the rape. I guess you could say. Like, comedian is like an actual asshole. I wouldn't say the same for Kaiser. He's like comedian without the rape. I may live in the US, but I'm not just some... Nah, it's like... I suppose when you look at something, a mainstream sort of look at something, like what the general populace, majority of them are like, you have to say American, because that's what they are, you know, they're American people, but there are, I know good Americans. It's just some Americans just don't get British banter, or they don't get, you know, the rough and tumble kind of nature of British people. There is a cultural difference, despite the fact that there are a lot of things that make us fairly similar. But there is cultural differences, I do feel. Like, I don't think America is that great at banter. Some Americans are good at banter. Like, I know that some American people I talk to have the same banter. Even Phil, for example. Like, Phil isn't... Actually, to be fair, though, Phil comes from Germany. Germany and the UK, after World War II, kind of get along pretty well. Like, a lot of people say that England and Germany are pretty much drinking buddies. If a person from England goes to Germany and goes to a bar with a bunch of German people, it'll be the exact same as being in England going to a bar with a bunch of English people. Like, there's like Germany and the UK or England have similarities. I embrace my Britishness, but I'm not I'm not patriotic. I'm not patriotic. Like, I don't even really like the royal family. I don't really like royalty being given your position on a silver plate just because you lucked out and were born into it. He's a perfect gentleman who would never overstep his bounds. Oh my... It is Livia trying to take the ladies home. Fucking pervert, man. Oh, Agate's gonna come and beat the shit out of him. The difference between elections in the US and Germany are crazy. Americans love to boast with who they voted and such. In Germany, most people keep it a secret for which part they voted. I kind of do that. I don't really vote as much, though. I just feel a lot of the time, especially with recent British elections, is that it just seems you're voting for a train wreck either way. Like, I'm not really too political of a person. Anyway, I'm not really interested too much in politics. Like, I'm interested enough to listen to what politicians say and to understand it from a basic perspective, but I really cannot engage in it, like, properly. I should call it a night soon. I'll show you guys away. No, I keep it a secret, yeah. Like, I might say it to close friends and family, but, like, I usually keep that stuff a secret when I vote. Oh, look at this. Tita and Estelle sleeping in the same bed. That's cute. Little Tita. American exceptionalism. They are all brainwashed to think Americans are freest place you can, people. And yeah. That is an issue with America. It's very much like, you know, those road signs when you enter a town. Welcome to this place, the finest place in the West. Except the entirety of America is like, welcome to America, the best country in the world. It's like, okay, Say that again when your stock market isn't crashing. Like, no country is the best place in the world. Every country has its big glaring issues that need to be fixed. Like, one issue that I have with Americans, not all Americans, but a general kind of scope of Americans, is it's basically like walking into a Disney cartoon sometimes. Like, grins that look like a Cheshire cat, you know. Nothing can go wrong. We live here, da 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 da. I like Days Gone. Something wrong, Phil? Are you having an aneurysm or something? What's go? I like Days Gone. We know you do. Is dementia kicking in? I like Turtles, yeah. I just clipped you saying I like Days Gone. I'll delete the clip, that's fine. There'll be no proof. I mean, I'm sure if I played the game, I probably would like it. Who am I kidding? I wouldn't delete the clip. I'd probably be the person to post the clip, to be honest. Sherazade, having a glass of wine and a tarot cards. I don't know, I think she's on a stream or something. I don't know. America sure isn't cough cough the best place to be. Especially, yeah. I do think that some Americans think that way though. Conan. Do you know, Yvette was gonna get her FF online subscription again, I think today, but I said to her that I wasn't gonna be able to get it till end of this week, so that's probably why she's playing Conan, because she couldn't play Conan, man. What is it with these open world survival games? Like, Rojo loves those games. I don't fucking understand. They're all the same. You spend the first hour punching a bush or a tree to get some sticks that you use to make fucking twig loincloth or whatever. And it's all the same. You make a sword, then you explore a little bit. You gotta eat food. You gotta eat berries and offal, and then you make a furnace, make a campfire. It's all the same. It's this, like, I wouldn't say it's as bad as Battle Royales, but it's a similar thing. You jump into a similar big open world with a similar objective of trying to survive. Very generic. She said she's going to finish FF7 Remake before Friday. In case you don't. Joshua's skill, yeah. I mean, Yvette seems like she's interested in this game, like in this series, but I suppose she just doesn't have the time to put into like 10 different games to play before getting to the other stuff. That's why I upload the VoDs. What's Fortnite? Yeah, I've never heard of Fortnite. Sounds a bit shit if I'm being honest, Fortnite. Whatever it is. season 1 of The Wire. I may just insert a little clip of the theme in my OG FF7 video when Reno walks through Aerith's garden. Yeah. Yeah, do it, Giovanni. Joshua presents no danger. Yeah, Joshua's not going to do anything too bad, I don't think. You just gotta, you know, get a backhand around him. Looks like he doesn't care what happens to himself. Here's the thing, Phil. You played part of an FF game, and you said it was okay. That's the more important thing, that you said it was okay. We've got you, Phil. You are now gonna join the cult of Weeb. The cult of Weeb. Welcome, new brother. Hehe. Today we're going to recite our daily hentai vows. Arigato gozaimasu. That is probably one of the funniest things from a Yakuza game, and it wasn't even trying to be funny. Arigato gozaimasu. Nah, she's cool. Shahrazad's cool. Like, Phil is treating this like every other Japanese thing. It does it once in a while, just like any other culture would do it. She's just got that exotic kind of look to her. Like she was a dancer, right? So, I mean, maybe it's not even anime, Phil. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you who's getting overly sexual. Very strong-willed, boyish sort of girl. Yeah, Chloe. That sounds just like the kind of girl Joshua would... Oh, shit. Shit, man. Don't tease Estelle. Okay, actually, no. Phil is kind of right. Shahrazadi's a bit thirsty. I'll take back what I said. Bright versus Capua, a struggle to the death. Yeah, she's joking. I skipped through the anime of Trails. There was a part where all of them were in a pool together naked. Literally every main character. I mean, there's like hot springs in this game. It's not really like... There's only a side quest in this game where Agate was pretending to like lure in some monsters, because of course he didn't want the girls to be sort of fantasized by these weird creatures, so he sort of did it. I don't think there's never been, like, in this game, in the game, not in the anime, there's never been a scene that has tried to be super, like, erotic. That's just a shitty adaptation of a good game there. Like, I would not recommend the Trails anime. Like, that is the type of anime film that I would recommend you not watch. Because it does this game disservice. Like, there is an aspect of that, Phil, in some anime, because Japan's age of consent is very different. It's a cultural difference. But it's not the case for all anime. It's not the case for all anime. Like FMAB doesn't really have it. Yeah, to be fair, when you think about it, the stuff that Hollywood does can be just as fucked. Well, no, it doesn't. But like, it's not a generalized thing. You're not going to see it in every single anime. And I wouldn't even recommend most of the animes that do it. But that's why they do it, is because there is a cultural difference. And I suppose we can't really say whether it's right or wrong for them. Like, for us it would be wrong, but I guess we can't really question it in terms of their own morals. But it's not in every anime. Like, you don't have to support it. Most anime watchers don't fucking support anime anyway. But there are anime that are worth supporting. Like, I'll stick by that. The fog today is worse than last night. Let's head to the guild. Okay. Like, lest we forget, in the last couple years, Nickelodeon, that kids thing, was outed for having one of its major directors who did shows for them have a foot fetish, and he basically got a load of underage girls to do stuff on camera showing their feet so that it didn't look weird, because of course it was just part of the TV show. Who's gonna think that a bunch of kids doing, putting faces on their toes or whatever is weird, because it's a kid thing. Kids do that. But little did people know that that same dude was then taking that stuff and then jacking off to it in his trailer. And that's Western. Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, all these people who do this shit. It's not just Japan. It's not just Japan is probably more explicit with it because their country has different cultural sort of things, but the West is just as capable. And it's even in some of our media. I feel that it being sandwiched into Western media secretly is worse than being explicit about it. No, I know you're not, but I'm just sort of saying in terms of getting a general perspective of the scope of media and each culture, both do it. Just the West is very kind of secretive about it. Anime community and world at large give Japan a pass for its... No, like, I'm not giving it a pass. Like, I'm not giving what they say over there as a pass. I'm just saying, like, that's what it is. We can judge it from our own morals, but we can't necessarily say the same thing in terms of talking about it from their perspective. It's just something that they've done for generations. Like, Greece used to make it acceptable, like ancient Greece. I know that's such a wild sort of comparison to make, but ancient Greece used to, promote having sex with kids. There's just history there. So, but yeah, like, those same people who will criticise it won't say the same for a lot of other things. There is definitely a double standard in that regard. I just think if we criticise Japan for doing it, we should also criticise ourselves for doing it secretly. Not that I'm saying that either side is better for doing it or not doing it. People did over it doesn't mean it's validated. That's the point I'm trying to make. Well, no, but the point is that was made pretty much worldwide morally wrong. The case for particularly what Japan does hasn't necessarily been made morally wrong. And that's just the difference in terms of how historically cultures have evolved. And I don't like we could, as I said, we can criticize it from our perspective, but well, but we're saying it from a Western perspective. That's what I've been saying. We criticize it because we're from a different societal standpoint, a different cultural standpoint. It's not to say that we advocate whatever they do, but we just have to understand that that's just a part of what it is, and that's how they've evolved as a country. And we can't criticize it in terms of how they've evolved themselves, but we can criticize it from the perspective of how we've evolved compared to them. Isn't that big? But just 7 of us can't touch the whole thing with fire. Evacuating. Also reached the Perzel farm. I see. Perzel farm. Perzel farm. Has an issue with the pimp squirrel and has and his manly squirrel hose. The pimp squirrel. We need to split. Is this going to be a forced party, or is it going to be a party that we can choose? Oh, here he comes, Olivia. Past this day. Actually doing your part there, though. Oh, I should have got a drink before I went live. I do feel I need to state this, though. Even though I have sort of tried to be devil's advocate in this discussion, I want to make it clear that I do not advocate underage sex. The head of this, if he did, if Olivia turns out to be the head of this secret organization, I will be shocked. I will be legit shocked if Olivia is like the leader. Phil advocates it though. Oh no. let's not get on this topic. I wonder if I've got that on. Was that on the VoD? No, probably wasn't on the VoD. Phil timed out. Oh man, don't time out Napalm. Don't time him out. Nah, I don't think it was on the VoD. I think it was the VoD before the final VoD. I think. When the whole Phil joke comes up. Maybe. I might have to go get a drink in a minute, guys. I'm feeling parched. Yeah. I did the entirety of the first Trails game on stream. I just didn't save the VODs until the finale. So they're all missing. Yeah, there's only the VOD of the finale for Trails. I did the entirety of the first game on stream, but I just didn't save the VODs, which is a shame. Like, I do regret that. I wish I had saved the VODs, but is what it is. I can't get them back. They're gone. It's an old friend since yeah, the Perzel family. Oh shit! They've given me Tita. Tita is probably the lowest level character I have. Okay. So secure the Perzel farm. Agati will handle the mine. We need to hurry to the Perzel farm. Okay. I've made some good progress today. Conan, Detective Conan. Conan. Yeah, I've seen it. It's like another survival game. Another game that I have zero interest in. But I know Yvette's been playing it. Yeah, no, the VoD... Okay. There's a VoD of the finale of Trails on YouTube. The first Trails game. But there was a VoD from before that where Phil said something that had become like an inside joke. But that VoD is gone, because I didn't save it. You have to search for the story. It's just another survival game. Yeah, I don't care about these survival games, man. I played Minecraft once. I think that's enough for me. He didn't know the ages. Okay, fool. Okay. If that helps you sleep at night, man. Why is Khan beefing with me? Yeah, what is going on with Khan today? I think Khan's angry at the things you said in the past, so he's just being even more ferocious today. It's one thing I do. Yeah, which thing? Which thing, Giovanni? Oh, because he came in. What did he say when he came in? Oh yeah, because I was saying I don't advocate, even though I've been devil's advocate for the conversation. I don't actually advocate like underage sexual interactions. And then Khan came and said, yeah, but Phil does. And then the Phil timed him out. Streams lasting a certain amount of time before it gets removed. It's the same everywhere. It's the same like Mixer has it as well. The VODs were on Mixer though. Most of the Trails VODs were on Mixer. Mr. Ashton is Luke's father. Yeah, Luke is in a coma right now. But people just gotta still do their jobs. Trying to avoid all these big, fucking huge monsters. Just don't want to fight them. Even if you finish... But on a serious note, I don't want you guys to joke about it. I mean, yeah, we won't joke about it, that's fine. If you don't finish FF7 Remake by Friday, we can do FF7 podcast, but if you do, we can do Last of Us 2 Leaks thing. Streamer power. Yeah, do it on Bant Nation if you want of it. Just like chill out on Bant Nation. You don't have to like be talking all the time. Yeah, the streamer power thing. Is that council thing? I saw that. Very, very. Well, I don't think it's really power. I don't really think they're giving people power. I do feel maybe it's blown out of proportion just a little bit. But what one of these people is one of the council members that's on this fucking weird council thing. Has said some stuff that is very questionable. Actually, not very questionable, like really questionable. Actually, not even questionable or like downright wrong. Like saying all male gamers were white supremacists. What is that bullshit? Get out of here with your fucking retardation. Okay, what are these things weak to? They're weak to earth. Stone hammer. Oh fuck, they can stop arts. Okay. Miss! Fuck off, man. Can I do Titanic Roar? Is it Titanic Roar? Stone Impact. It's that music, that music. Yeah, it's not really that bad. It's just very, like, what she's saying is just not right. Nice. Let me use Titanic Roar. Please. Oh fuck, stop doing that, you bellend. Sylphan Whip. Okay, so melee attacks don't work whatsoever. I'm gonna move Estelle away, actually. Because I'll pull off Titanic Roar, and that'll be good. Titanic Roar, nice. Wasn't enough to put me off. Won't call me Rev as well today. What is going on? It's easy to type. I'll go back to Phil then. Refillion. Not type it. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, so they don't land at... Come on! I moved her miles away. Why are you still able to do this shit? Fuck this one over here. Fuck it. Now it doesn't even matter. Titanic Roar is useless now. I don't know why I've got Sherazade with me. Can't do shit. Dead. Dead. Bloody hell, man. There's so much messages I've got to read through here. Oh, bloody hell. That went way too fast. People using different names everywhere, man. Yeah, I just use Baker. The only reason I've got 1201 on my Twitch name is because Baker was already taken. I hate numbers. No mixer. Kangara's probably taken, so he took Kangara, yeah. Good thing I don't say stupid shit. Yeah, I've seen a YouTube channel. Join the Bant Nation. I'm like, fuck off. I think they made it after we made Bant Nation. I'm like, you know what, we should have gone for copyrights. Fuck that other Bant Nation. We should go to war with that other Bant Nation. Fucking beat their ass. You take our name. I mean, copyright it when when we have reason to copyright it. Let's go in. But we have you, Baker, we will lose. What are you talking about, Phil? Probably work out more than any of you in here. Mr. Perzel. I would deck you in a second, mate. What are you talking about? Just cause you watch football, Phil, doesn't mean you're athletic. That was It was actually a bet. It was. I work out more than you. No, I work out more than you. I take more protein. No, I take more protein. I wouldn't call myself a Chad. I used to be really fucking skinny. Skinny or fat. I didn't like either. I'm not a Chad. I'm not a Chad. Being too skinny or too fat though, like, either way you feel like drained of like doing anything. Like, and it made it even worse with like my conditions and shit. Watching football doesn't make you athletic. British people surprised. Yeah, British British people, like a lot of people that watch football are usually fat, bald, middle-aged people who've probably never kicked a ball in their life, but they watch it. I watch football. It's a good. Well, that's what I mean. Fat, like I used to be fat, and then I used to be skinny, and I didn't like either of them. Although that being said, just because you've got muscles, or just because it doesn't mean that you're athletic. Like I've seen people who are huge, but they're walking around like. And they take like 10 steps and they're already breathing heavily. Baker got a beer belly. No, but my older brother has a beer belly. Usually when I walk past my older brother, like when I see him, I sort of use his belly as a drum. I walk by and go and then walk off. What's the UK emergency number? 999. Why? Why do you want to know the UK emergency? Why do you say these weird things out of the blue, Yvette? To protect the people. Shit. All of Parasol Farm is in a coma. Bigger the pain the kid is, the cuter they are when they're all grown up. Ah. Kind of jealous now. Carney's having a stroke because of his phone. You probably wouldn't even be able to phone 999. I mean, I think you tried to phone me or something, and it didn't work. Oh, Father Kevin. Now, Father Kevin is a bit of a... I think he's voiced by Vic Mignogna. Father Kevin, or at least his short little character lines when he wins in combat, I think are voiced by Vic Mignogna. I think. Nah, they're not, Phil. She was just part of a dancer troupe before she became a bracer. And she's into tarot cards and stuff. She's got a big cleavage. We get it, Phil. You keep on staring at it. We get you sexually frustrated. We understand. When you say no worries. Whoa, Baker, that's rude. What, sexually frustrated? I remember when I was in college, there were people who were sexually frustrated. Boy, oh boy, did that make things very interesting. I mean, very interesting. Father Kevin. Shit, Father Kevin's a don. Why are they just standing in a room of... right, Phil, if you've been paying attention to the story, you fucking goldfish, you know, attention span motherfucker, you'd know that they're in a coma because of the fog. Leave this to Kevin, we should head back to the guild. So DMCA is cracking all the song request bots. Rip song request. Whoa, don't bully me. I'm actually, you know, I apologise for that. Actually, I've been getting a bit too aggressive. Maybe I'm not sexually frustrated. Maybe that's what's going on here. How returns have tabled. Return to the guild. Let's see how they dealt with the mine. Baker's so rude today. Nah, Khan's been ruder than me. So DMCA is cracking all the song request bots. Yeah, what, for Twitch? Or just in general? That's so lame, man. That's so fucking lame. People can listen to most music for free on Spotify with ads. Stop being fucking bellends and ruin everything. Yeah, we need to... Yvette, the problem with the bot on Discord is that it doesn't at people when someone goes live. And most people have Bant Nation on mute. So... appeared from the fog and melted back. You guys get hurt. Yeah, all the Persil Farm people are in a coma right now. Okay, let me check again. I'm gonna kick that bot, bring another one. Let's see how... I don't know how much longer I'll go for. What's the time? Nearly 3:30, so I've gone for nearly 2 hours. I could go for a bit longer. Because then I feel like off stream I can do some shit off stream and then finish chapter 4 on Wednesday. Our woman in black is very clever. She specifically moved ahead of you to put people you knew. Yeah. This almost feels like an act of like personally attacking. Being like, this is to make you feel like shit. That's true. Who's this? Rich. I left Grants this morning, just got back. The fog's getting thicker and now there are soldiers patrolling the city. By the way, I thought, just to let people know, PS Now, I know not everyone's got PS Now, but PS Now has control on it. So if you can get control for till August, I think it's on there for basically just paying £10 or whatever. I think there's actually a free trial. There's a free 7-day trial for PS Now if you haven't used it. I think like it's reset if you haven't used it for like a year. So if you haven't used PS Now for a year, you'll get another 7-day free trial. So if anyone wanted to go get control, it's on PS Now right now. You can get free trial, 7-day free trial, whatever. It's on there till August. And after the trial, it's what, like $10? It's... Control is on till... I can't remember when in August. Somewhere in August. And if you buy the DLCs, you can play them. You can play them during the time that Control's on PS Now. Yeah, it's not a very long game either. Like, it's what, 15 hours if you do the optional side quests. Maybe 10 hours if you don't. And I've heard the DLC, the first DLC is like an extra 5-6 hour campaign or whatever. That's set after, I think. I haven't played it yet, but I'm just letting people know. It's like mowing, you wanted to check it out, right? So if you couldn't do it on stream mowing, and you just played it off stream, like, it's 10-15 hours. How's that rough? What's wrong with a game being 10 hours? Not everything's got to be 20-30 hour game. Like, I feel it's good. Too short? What are you on about? I'll tell you what's 30 hours too long. Days Gone. What do you think? The VA's trap, they may as well hang a sign on it. Have to answer. Nice. Please form your party. Okay, now I get a choice. You posted something but was against moderation. What did you post? I don't know what the moderation for this stream is, man. Like, I think something needs to be made a little bit more lax. Let's take Chloe. Who should I take? Agate? Destructive attack power and various crafts. Superior offense and defense. I always choose this party. This is my go-to party. 2 videos no one was talking about. Maybe it might have... If you put a link, it might have... Yeah, it might have taken that away. Okay, there's 2 monster hunting quests. Okay. I think... Let me check something real quick. Yeah, I think this might be a good place to stop. I've been going for nearly 2 hours. I've got monster hunting quests that I'll probably do off stream. And then on Wednesday, probably the first stream on Wednesday, I'll finish chapter 4. Probably, hopefully. And then chapter 5 will be on Wednesday as well. So we'll probably reach the halfway point by Wednesday. So I'm probably going to leave it here. Okay, now it worked. Okay, quickly do your thing, Giovanni. Let's see. The Last of Us Part 2. I'll accept these quests real quick. And then I'll do them off stream. Sometime tomorrow, probably. And then stream again on Wednesday and finish chapter 4, which will be good. I think that's a good idea. Let me save. I got 38 hours in it, well, nearly 39. Doesn't have longer than 15-second copyright music. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Yvette, Giovanni, Phil, Moen, Napalm. Who else came in? I think that was everyone. Let me just double check. Yeah, Yvette, Giovanni, Moen, Phil, and Napalm. That's everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in. Wednesday will be 2 streams again as well. Finish chapter 4, do everything else. But yeah. Alright. TC guys. Till next time. TC. TC.